Well, there's a new movie coming that James Gunn is working on. I know a lot of people got, oh my God, James Gunn wasn't at the Warner Brothers leadership meeting because he's prepping a movie. He was also not at the Saturn Awards because he's off prepping a movie. That little movie is called Man of Tomorrow, the new Superman movie. And now we know another person who's in it. Hollywood Reporter breaks this morning. Pierre of the upcoming Lantern series has joined the Superman sequel, Man of Tomorrow. The actor is already in the DC fold thanks to his upcoming HBO show, Lanterns. They write the following. In brightest day and blackest night, Pierre will face the Man of Steel's might. They're very clever. Actually, that's not bad. They did a pretty good job with that. Pierre, who is already playing Green Lantern hero John Stewart in HBO's upcoming DC series Lanterns, is joining the cast of Man of Tomorrow, James Gunn's sequel to 2025 Superman. Gunn wrote the script and is directing Man of Tomorrow, which is due to begin production this summer in Atlanta. They're already heavy in pre-production. David Cornsweet is back as, a Superman and yada, yada, yada. Anyway, okay. Well, I guess we know which lantern doesn't make it out of Lanterns. No. You were wondering if Mr. Friday Night Lights makes it out of Lanterns. Maybe not. Or does no mention of Guy Gardner. Does Guy Gardner die in Lanterns? Or is this simply a matter of, no, they're just not in the movie?
I lean toward that.
Yeah, I'm probably leaning. I don't think finding out Pierre is going to be in Man of Tomorrow is any indication that any of the other Green Lanterns in the Lantern series are not making it out of there. Because you can say, well, why weren't they there? I don't know. Why wasn't Vigilante in Superman? Did he die? No, he just wasn't in it. We could go through that whole song and dance with Marvel movies too. Well, wait a minute. Why wasn't Ant-Man in Thor: Love and Thunder? Did Ant-Man die off screen? No, he just wasn't there. He's off doing something else. It's the same thing we've always had to talk about with these movies. Now, though, does it bring up the possibility that we could see the more veteran Green Lantern die in the series? Oh, listen, yeah. This is a True Detective, grittier style show. Could I see one of the major characters dying in it? Absolutely. And you guys know, I have speculated myself over the past year that, Guy Gardner, that they're investigating a murder. What if it's Guy Gardner that gets offed? What if Guy Gardner's like in the first 5-10 minutes of the show, then a murder happens and they got to go investigate the murder? I don't know that that's what they're doing, but that's the thing I guess. So could one or both of these other Green Lanterns get knocked off? Yes, but I don't think Pierre joining the cast necessarily means that that's the case. What I think this is more of is that James Gunn is already interconnecting his overall DCU. I think that's what this is mostly all about. And you know what? Bringing in a character from Lanterns is probably brilliant because Lanterns is tonally is going to be completely different than Superman and completely different than Peacemaker. We're going to talk about Peacemaker a little bit later. So to show that you can make in one cinematic universe wildly different things in tone and then still cross them over, I think is pretty key and kind of a foundational thing that James Gunn is doing. So, and listen, Pierre is terrific. I think he's going to be a great John Stewart. And by the way, finding out that he's in this movie does not mean that Nathan Fillion's Guy Gardner is not going to be in it. It does not mean the more veteran Green Lantern is not going to be in it. It does. We may find out in the next 2 or 3 weeks, both of those guys are in it too. But for now, we know Pierre's in there. They're already crossing now over Lanterns with it. I think this is kind of an exciting development. Rob, you read this story. What do you think of it?
Well, how Jordan could turn into Parallax. You never know what's going to happen in this show. Maybe he flies off to go deal with Sinestro at the end and leaving John Stewart behind. Your training's done. You take over. You look after Earth for me while I'm gone. You never know what's going to happen. So I think it's cool that he's in it. I think it makes sense if the threat is indeed cosmic, like I suspect. Brainiac is a cosmic villain coming from space. You would need some heavy hitters. So I think it's great. I kind of, to be honest, expected that they would be in the movie, especially if Brainiac is the antagonist, because, you'd need to You need some powerhouses to take care of that guy. Brainiac can be dangerous.
Let me put this to you. Give me an over-under number on this. That either or both Hal Jordan and Guy Gardner will also be, we will find out they will also be in Man of Tomorrow. What's your over-under on that?
I'm getting Polymarket up. Hang on.
It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, especially if the threat is global. We need to muster up some resources to fight this dickhead.
I hope that's an actual line in the movie.
Number. I need an over-under number.
Over 50%.
So you think there's a pretty decent chance?
Yeah.
That we're going to get either or both of them on there. Yeah. I mean, again, I just think when you sit back, James Gunn is doing such a masterful job of putting the DC brand back together after it was completely annihilated and destroyed by the DCEU. And it was, Rob, they had movies that made under $200 million. I mean, the audience just completely abandoned the DC brand because of the DCEU. And James Gunn, I still can't believe how successful Superman was given the crater it was trying to crawl out of. And he's just done such a great job of actually forming and piecing together and shaping this new DCU. And I think crossing over Aaron Pierre into Man of Tomorrow is a good move. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, BetterHelp. March is a time when we celebrate the women in our lives and recognize everything they carry every single day. Women often take on a lot, and sometimes their own well-being gets pushed to the side. And it's a great reminder of how much women give to the people in their lives. So this month is a great time to pause and reflect on the roles that you carry and the pressures that can come with them. Therapy can be a helpful space to work through those challenges, create balances, and set healthy boundaries so you can take care of yourself too. And that's where BetterHelp comes in. BetterHelp connects people with licensed therapists who follow a strict code of conduct. With over 30,000 therapists and more than 6 million people served worldwide, BetterHelp has an average rating of 4.9 out of 5 for live sessions based on 1.7 million client reviews. They also match you with a therapist based on a short questionnaire, and if your first match isn't the right fit, you can switch to another from their recommendations. Your emotional well-being matters. Find support and feel lighter in therapy. Sign up and get 10% off at betterhelp.com/Campea. That's betterhelp.com/Campea. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? Aaron Pierre, John Stewart of Lanterns, is now confirmed from The Hollywood Reporter is going to be in Superman Man of Tomorrow. Now listen, for all we know, it could be like a 2-minute cameo or it could be a major role. We'll find that out soon. Whatever you guys think about it, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.